Over the many years of gaming, we have had a plethora of bone-chilling villains that have challenged us, made us question our morals, and left an indelible mark on the medium. Today I am counting down the top 10 most iconic villains in gaming. Remember, this is my opinion, and everyone would have their own list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Note, some spoilers ahead. You have been warned. At number 10, I have Vaas from Far Cry 3. The character that shot Far Cry to the top of the charts. He is a unique blend of charisma, unpredictability, and pure insanity. His presence in Far Cry 3 transcends the typical antagonist role. He's a constant challenge to the protagonist, a symbol of the island's corruption, and a villain whose personality and actions are as memorable as they are terrifying. His complexity and the dynamic he shares with Jason Brody make him an enduring and iconic figure in gaming. Michael Mando exceeded expectations and created one of the most iconic villains in gaming. That is why I have him at number 10. At number 9, I have Dr. Robotnik from the Sonic franchise. When looking at iconic, of course we had to include Dr. Robotnik. The arch enemy to Sonic, Robotnik is an over-the-top, egocentric, and malevolent mad scientist that is one of the few to put Sonic to the test. If you have played a Sonic game, then you know how slippery this Doctor really is. He has a standout design that people will remember for years to come, but he isn't just a goofy scientist. He enslaves all the fluffy and lovable creatures of Sonic's world. He really is about as despicable as you can get. And as the main villain in one of the most popular franchises of all time, of course, I had to add him to the list of the most iconic villains of all time. At number 8, I have Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. One of the hardest villains to hate, Handsome Jack is an example of a villain that needed way more screen time. You know a villain is good when you get excited every time Jack is shooting, stabbing, or insulting you. His charisma is second to none, yet he is as evil as they come. Nobody expected the sequel to Borderlands of all games to introduce one of the greatest villains in all of gaming. How can you not like a villain that bought a pony made of diamonds to just name Butt Stallion? But what puts Jack above the rest is the way Gearbox humanize him. By going through his tragic loss of family to the ruthless treatment by the Hyperion Corporation, he is hard to hate even after hearing everything he does. This is why Handsome Jack makes my list at number 8. At number 7, I have Step on Me Lady from Resident Evil 8. Step on Me Lady stands out as one of the most iconic villains in modern gaming because of her captivating mix of elegance, power, and terror. She is a complex character who subverts expectations, combining a rich, aristocratic charm with monstrous brutality. Whether it's her towering presence, her chilling interactions with Ethan, or the tragic layers to her backstory, Step on Me Lady is a villain who leaves a lasting impression. What puts her on the list, though, is the impact she had outside the game. From cosplays to memes, she was and still is the talk of the internet. Even after the fad of RE8 died, Step on Me Lady did not. She's the definition of iconic and will be remembered for years to come. At number 6, I have Shao Kahn from the Mortal Kombat franchise. This guy is about as brutal as you can get. He has no qualms about enslaving men, women, and children. He will stomp anyone that gets in his way and will not stop until he rules over all. The only way to challenge him is to beat all opponents before him, and then once you challenge him, you'll be quickly cut and cooked like Thanksgiving turkey. This guy is the definition of final boss and is not for the weak. I still have nightmares about Mortal Kombat 9's brutal boss fight against him. He would hit you 3 times with a hammer and you would be buried 6 feet under. If this guy isn't iconic, then I don't know who is. At number 5, I have GLaDOS from the Portal franchise. No villain in gaming has made me feel more like an idiot than GLaDOS. Yet every time she does, I can't help but laugh. Her snarky quotes and innate sarcasm make her such a memorable antagonist. But that is only the surface of what makes GLaDOS great. GLaDOS also contributes to the overarching themes of Portal, including isolation, manipulation, and the ethics of artificial intelligence. In a way, GLaDOS represents the dangers of creating sentient machines that lack empathy and are driven by logic alone. And of course, we can't forget the "that cake was a lie" element of the game, where GLaDOS continually promises cake, only for it to be ripped out from underneath us. Something I don't think I will ever forgive. The element became a massive cultural phenomenon and is still memed on to this day. She is everything needed in an antagonist, from the wit to the villainous reveal. This is what cements GLaDOS as number 5 on the list. At number 4, I have the Joker from the Batman Arkham franchise. The Joker from the Arkham series is my personal favorite character in all of gaming. Yes, I'm serious, all of gaming. Mark Hamill does a legendary job of bringing the sadistic clown from the Batman animated series to the world of video games. His Joker is manic, unpredictable, and filled with dark humor, all of which elevate the character's presence. Hamill's delivery makes every line memorable, from the Joker's witty one-liners to his chilling threats. His unpredictability makes every scene a treat. Rocksteady also does the impossible and develops the Joker's character over the course of the series. While he starts as just a psychotic madman with nothing to fear in Asylum, we eventually learn that deep inside the Joker is still just a man with plenty to fear. You have to dig deep enough. And honestly, I could go on, but no, Arkham's the Joker is a perfect villain and my personal favorite of all time. At number 3, I have Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy is one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time, and of course with that means amazing villains. I struggled to decide if I wanted to put Sephiroth or Kefka on the list, and ultimately I chose Sephiroth because I just thought he was more iconic. When you think of Final Fantasy as a franchise, who are the first 2 characters that come to mind? Cloud and Sephiroth. Cloud is the yin to Sephiroth's yang. No character in FF7 was able to create a more psychological impact on the stone-cold protagonist. Sephiroth embodies themes of existentialism, power, and the search for identity. His story explores what happens when someone is pushed to the edge of their sanity by betrayal and loss, and how that drives them to seek ultimate power and control. Now, what makes Sephiroth so interesting is his backstory. Initially introduced as a legendary hero of Soldier, an elite military unit for the Shinra Corporation, he is revered as a nearly unbeatable warrior with unmatched strength and prowess. Sephiroth's influence extends far beyond Final Fantasy VII. He has appeared in several Final Fantasy spin-offs and related media, and his presence in Kingdom Hearts and Super Smash Bros. Has made him a crossover icon. The image of Sephiroth with his flowing silver hair and massive sword has become synonymous with the Final Fantasy series and video game villains in general. That is why he is number 3 on my list. At number 2, I have Ganon from the Legend of Zelda franchise. The most iconic demon lord of all time, the pure personification of evil. His battles with Link are stuff of legends and would help put the Legend of Zelda games on the map. Being iconic is an understatement, as he is one of the most recognized villains in gaming history. His monstrous form, complete with glowing red eyes, massive horns, and imposing physique, gives him an almost otherworldly appearance. The sharp contrast between his human form, Ganondorf, and his demonic form, Ganon, emphasizes his duality as both a man and a monstrous force of nature. He is the perfect opposite to Link's pure, good-hearted nature, and with every new Legend of Zelda game, it's always a treat to see more into the monster that is Ganon. At number 1, I have Bowser from the Mario franchise. The King of the Koopas, Bowser is easily the most iconic gaming villain of all time. If you walked down the street and showed somebody a picture of Bowser, odds are they would at least recognize him. First appearing in 1985, we could easily recognize what a vile creature Bowser would turn out to be. And what makes Bowser's rivalry with Mario so iconic is the simplicity yet timelessness of their conflict. Mario is the hero, always saving Princess Peach in the Mushroom Kingdom, while Bowser is the constant threat, a larger-than-life villain who will stop at nothing to take over the kingdom. This clear-cut dynamic has been central to the Mario franchise's identity. Bowser has become the symbol of Final Boss. Every time I fight Bowser, I know I'm at the final challenge, the ultimate battle of good versus evil. No other villain has achieved this like Bowser has. But ultimately, what is this list about? It's iconic villains. And nothing is more iconic than Bowser. He is the ultimate antagonist, and it will take a lot before another character will take the Koopa's crown. That is my list of the top 10 most iconic villains. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.